Hi there, and welcome to this episode of The Eagle's Eye. I'm your host, Brooke Young, and today I'm here with journalism and digital media senior, Zach Reed. Thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Thanks for having me, Brooke.
Yeah, so I just kind of want to jump right in. What drew you to Ashland when you were, sorting through colleges and sifting through them? What drew you to Ashland in general and this department in particular?
You know, it wasn't until a while later down the road when I decided that Ashland was the place for me.
Yeah.
A lot of it was I wanted to have some Christian ministry aspect when I was coming to college. So Ashland obviously had a lot of opportunities for that for me. And then also the JDM department, having the idea of converged media, converged journalism, all that stuff. It really set Ashland apart from my second choice was Bowling Green.
Yeah.
Plus, Ashland was only an hour away from home, and my mom just had a feeling that this would be the place for me. With it being a much smaller school, I was able to be much more personable with everything, all my interactions with different people around town and around campus. And throughout my 4 years here, it has proved to pay off that I came to Ashland.
Well, I'm so glad that you're here with us. And like you said, kind of the converged media. You're the editor of the Collegian. You've had a lot of different, opportunities and leadership roles. Can you kind of talk and tell me what you've learned from those opportunities that you've had in the department specifically?
Sure. Yeah. What's great is I've been able to get involved in all three media. I've been able to get involved with, the Collegian, AUTV 20, and WRDL. And if I were to go to a school such as Bowling Green, I would not have had those opportunities. I've only would be in one or two of those mediums, and then I wouldn't probably have gotten involved in those until my junior year. So being able to get involved right away my freshman year, and just the opportunity to learn and grow, because you can sit in classes as much as you want, but if you don't do the hands-on work, the stuff in the studio, the stuff, out in the field writing and interviewing people, you're not going to learn that much. You're not going to get that hands-on work. And that's what's been most beneficial to me, to be able to learn and grow from other people, and then to be able to teach the younger students that come in when I became a junior and senior, just to be able to teach them and then be able to learn and grow myself and be as prepared as I can be before I go out and get a job.
I think, like you said, it's really unique that you can get involved as a freshman and get your hands on stuff. And I think that's kind of why I came here as well. And like you said, there's obviously a lot of time for learning and growing here, but is there a particular moment or memory that kind of stands out to you as something that is special over your course, your 4 years here?
That it's a hard question because there is so much that we do in JDM.
Yeah,
it's hard to pick out one big memory, but rather I find that there are so many different memories along the line. I like to tell everybody that JDM, we are the closest department by far in any other major or department around campus. We all know each other. We all hang out together. We all hang out outside of class and school and everything, but we are always, hanging out and just vibing with each other essentially. And so that has given me so many memories, just to whether it's in here at 2 a.m. In the newsroom working on the paper, or up in the radio studio doing something, or even in here doing a show. It's just those interactions. So no, I wouldn't say I have one big memory. The thing I won't ever forget is what initially got me started was the election show my freshman year. That was the first time I was able to actually help out. I was just a set hand, a production assistant, but that's when I initially started to learn and grow with everything we do around here.
That was a beautiful answer. I loved how you just kind of took the whole thing and encompassed it. And it's just like you said, there's so much communication in this department in comparison to other places. And I know that you also did some outside work with the Ashland Source. Can you tell me what kind of professional development and experience that was, and kind of what that was like to serve the Ashland community like that?
Sure. So I knew I needed another internship, and so I had the opportunity to take my journalism internship this past fall. And it's just to be able to learn more about the Ashland community and Ashland County that way, and to work with an online source that is kind of new, because the Ashland Source is only a year, 2 years old. So that has given me great practice. They obviously needed more help, but just to continue to learn and get, professional clips,
Yeah.
get a lot of professional clips, because before this year, I was mainly a sports writer. But with being a, managing editor, and then with that internship, I, got writing into news very quickly, and have built up that resume a little bit.
We've touched on your writing, but let's kind of move over to the TV side. You work a lot with Sports Time Ohio and different sports broadcasting games. Tell me what that's been like and how that's been a unique experience.
Yeah, so it's, these opportunities here at Ashland are unlike any other.
They're priceless, really.
Yeah, anything else. My sister went to Eastern Michigan, same major, everything, but she was not able to find a job in our field at all, and she's 26 and still hasn't been able to find a job because she does not have the connections like at Eastern Michigan as we do here at Ashland. And so just to be able to work all those games I've done on Sports Time Ohio with John and SNS Productions, and I've counted them up, and I've done over, I think, about 125 games in my 3 years here. And then just to be able to work the Cavs games as well and start to get in the rotation on those. And that's what really grows your professional development, because not only are you able to learn and grow from guys who have been doing it for so long, but they're willing to teach you as well. And you're also making a good paycheck. And so it's also a nice job. And I enjoy it. When I came in as a freshman, I initially wanted to get behind or get in front of the camera, and I wanted to be talent. I wanted to be calling games, but quickly I learned there was a whole nother world behind the camera, and I've just fallen in love with it, and I hope that continues. And so yeah, just the opportunity to work Cavs, to work other professional sporting events such as the MLB All-Star Game. This past summer, I flew back from New Mexico to work that. For 5 days, and so it was just a really great experience, and just something that I enjoy.
Well, that's amazing. That's something I didn't necessarily know about you. And just really briefly, just to wrap up here, with all the skills you've kind of acquired here, what would be, some of the things you want to embark on in the field of journalism and digital media as you kind of leave here and go into the future?
Sure. Yeah, so it's exactly that. I definitely want to try and continue to pursue the world of freelancing, of remote sports production, whatever that encompasses. That's my goal. That's my dream of what I want to do. I'd love to be a technical director someday. If that happens, that'd be great. If not, I'll just continue to work live sports. So that's the goal. That's the journey, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, thank you so much for including me and letting me interview you, in your senior season here. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you, Brooke.
That concludes this episode of today's Eagle's Eye. I'm your host, Brooke Young. Thanks for tuning in.